Hello, folks. This is Eric. Today is August the 16th, 2023. And in this video, we're going to be resolving two exercises on the second reign in Brazil. So the first question is from Enem, and it reads: You have here the two images, right? And well, the text goes: These images of Dom Pedro II were made in the early 1850s, just over a decade after the coup of majority. Considering the historical context in which they were produced and the symbolic elements highlighted, these images represented a or an immature young man who would act irresponsibly. So guys, let's take a look here. What we can see here is an emperor, is a sovereign dressed in decent clothes. I mean, in important clothes, right? These are, a king's. These are king's outfits, right? So that's not really what he's trying to portray here, right? to convey. Not an immature young man. No, no way. So let me activate here my pen. So no. Alternative A is definitely wrong. Now okay. Now it's gonna work. So this one is wrong. An adult emperor who would rule according to the laws. Yes, that's it. You know, we gotta keep in mind that Dom Pedro II, since the beginning, was the emperor to reign in Brazil. But it was necessary to undertake a coup, to put in power, to put in ahead of Brazil before he's 18 years old. So Brazil was going through a very delicate moment in political terms, before Dom Pedro II. We had the Regency period, and many riots and uprisings were taking place in Brazil. So the country needed the image of an emperor, of a monarch who would reign according to the laws, with authority, with wisdom, right, in a steadfast manner. So here you have him, wearing these important outfits, and here you also have him. With his hand over documents, and maybe, with a sword here. So basically, this is the image that, they were trying to convey through the pictures. Not a warrior leader. No, here you don't have elements, that could be interpreted as a leader that would battle, that would be after military victories. No. A religious sovereign. No, you don't have any religious element here. An absolutist monarch. No, you don't have absolutism elements here in the two pictures. And that's not what the country was in pursuit of. We had previously seen what happened to the country when his father, Dom Pedro I, tried, to set forth in Brazil the absolutism. It didn't work. So that was not what, the people that supported Dom Pedro II had in mind when they undertook the coup of majority, right? So this is the correct answer, letter B. Here we have in the second question this excerpt, and it reads: Slavery is not to be suppressed in Brazil by a civil war, much less by insurrections or local attacks. Nor should it be sorted out by a civil war, as it was in the United States. It could disappear perhaps after a revolution, as in France, this revolution being the exclusive work of the free population. It is in parliament, and not in farms or quilombos in the countryside, nor in the streets and squares of the cities, that the cause of freedom is to be won or lost. So the question is, in the text, Joaquim Nabuco defends a political project on how the end of slavery should occur in Brazil, in which. So guys, we have here the issue of slavery. Brazil had been enduring in terms of slavery for a long time during the second reign. And now, this text was drawn up in 1883. So it was a few years before the end of slavery in Brazil, the abolishment of slavery in Brazil. So what we see here is a man defending a project to end the slavery through basically a legalistic path of liberation. That is, by means of the elements existing in the legislation, in the law, not by wars or by conflicts or by, as you read here, manumission through lawsuits. No, that's not what you see here. You don't see any negotiation elements or indication in the text, and neither can you see a paternalistic release of the captives. No, there's nothing really in this text, defending that kind of thing or even mentioning that kind of thing. So in this case, the correct alternative is C. He opted for the legalistic, for the lawful path of liberation, right? So I hope you have enjoyed these two exercises. And if you liked it, please, thumbs up here is going to help me a lot, right? And I really appreciate your attention and your preference while watching my video, right? So look forward to seeing you in my next video on the history of Brazil. Thank you so much.